William and Ellen Craft. African-American slave William Craft was born in 1824 and died in 1900. He got married to another slave, Ellen, and they both became abolitionists. He is also known for the autobiography Slave Narrative Book. Ellen Craft was born on 1826 and died on 1891. She was born from a black slave and her white master. Because she was so light-skinned, she was often mistaken as a white. So the furious mistress sent her as a wedding gift to her daughter in Macon. There she met William Craft, where they planned their famous escape out of slavery. William and Ellen Craft worked all day just like other slaves. They both hoped and longed for freedom where their children wouldn't be sold like cattle. Some Southern slaves had escaped to the free states in the north, but the Crafts lived more than 1,000 miles away from Pennsylvania, the closest free state. They both wanted to escape. However, they were afraid of being caught and the deadly consequences. But William Craft had a plan in mind. The fact that another man had the power to tear from my cradle the newborn babe and sell it in the shambles like a group, and then scourge us if we dared to lift a finger to save it from such a fate, haunted us for years. William had a brilliant idea to disguise Ellen as a man. Because she was so light-skinned, she would be mistaken as a white man. Their owner gave them a holiday for Christmas, which was when they planned to escape. Ellen wore men's clothes, tall hat, a man's shirt, and glasses. Because Ellen was illiterate, she wouldn't be able to sign her fake name, Mr. Johnson, when riding trains or staying at hotels. So she wrapped her right arm in bandages. They left to the Macon train station at daybreak on December 21, 1848. Ellen and William were separated on the train to Savannah because William got into a railroad car for slaves while Ellen boarded to a separate car for white passengers. A man next to her started talking to Ellen, and she realized it was Mr. Cray, her owner's good friend. She pretended she was deaf, and Mr. Cray eventually stopped talking to her. On a steamship to Charleston, South Carolina, Ellen talked with other passengers and told them she was getting treated for her arm in Philadelphia. When Ellen was buying her ticket to North Carolina, she was forced to sign her name. Luckily, a man they met on the ship helped Ellen sign her fake name. Finally, through the days of trips and hard work, they managed to arrive in Philadelphia on Christmas 1848. With their new wealth, they fled to Boston. William, a carpenter, started a successful furniture business. In spare time, Ellen and William participated in anti-slavery lectures, which inspired many hearts. William Craft wrote an autobiography, Running 1,000 Miles, which is still read today. It inspired many slaves to escape at that time. Uncle Tom's Cabin is written by Harriet Beecher Stowe and is also a well-known book about a life of a slave. Even though it isn't an autobiography, it is a very realistic story. It's about a kind old slave named Tom who is taken from his wife and sold down the river in Louisiana. There, Tom becomes a slave of a vicious cotton planter who, in a fit of rage, has Tom beaten to death. This book, Escape from Slavery, the true story of my 10 years in captivity and my journey to freedom in America, is also an autobiography published in 2004 by Francis Bach. I really admire William and Ellen Craft for their courage and bravery to escape out of slavery and find new freedom in their lives.